Hey everybody, welcome back to A Slice of Gaming. I'm Lily Python 4. This is Final Fantasy IV, the complete collection on the Sony PlayStation Portable. This game is brought to you by GameAnyone.com, and this is Final Fantasy IV. So, I've done a little bit of training with Rydia. As you can see, she is now level 10. She's looking better, looking awesome. But first things first, we will talk to the people. And also what I've done off recording is that I bought her a staff which just raises her attack power by 1. And I'll also explain a little bit of extra about what the staff does. There's no new equipment or any new items that are here that are worth buying for any of the characters other than the staff for Rydia. So you really don't need to save that much money. What I've done is after I unequipped Cain with everything, I just sold his stuff. But let's see what these guys have to say. I heard some damsel from Baron passed down in the outskirts of towns. She was taken to someone's house to rest. A damsel, you say? If you're going to travel with that little girl, I recommend moving her to the back row. Done and done, lady. You don't need to tell me that twice. So there's a little something that we can explore into the inn here. Number one, there's an old lady. I can't believe Anna ran away. Oh, we already talked to her, actually. So we can move to the pub, which I believe we are already here. So I won't bother with that. Other than that, there's nobody else here in the pub that we can talk to, so let's see what other things we can find and explore. What do you say, small child?
The Underground Waterway is in the northeast, but it's dangerous. There have been sightings of 8 water serpents.
8 water serpents? This is Kaipo, the desert oasis of Damcyan. Thanks for telling me where we are, even though the town name displays as soon as we come in the place.
Anna fell deeply in love with someone, but she left Kaipo because Sage Tellah didn't approve.
Oh, fathers that don't approve of anything. We have a mother, Rosa's mother, that does exactly the same thing. And what do you have to say?
The castle up north is Damcyan Castle, which rules over this entire desert. I heard the Prince of Damcyan has a delicate beauty as well as an exquisite voice.
I suppose we'll be meeting him later. Hey, it's House! We found a girl from Baron lying unconscious just outside of town. The poor thing's been afflicted with desert fever. She just keeps muttering the same Cecil over and over. The same name Cecil? Rosa! Rosa!
Cecil! Cecil, be careful!
And that's all she will say. So, old man, how can we help her? To cure desert fever, you need a rare jewel called the Sand Pearl, found only in the cave where the antlion dwells. Well, and I suppose we'll be finding this antlion, as one of the townsfolk so nicely told us from before, that it is right beside Damcyan, which we can access to the North Waterway. So, without further ado, let's get going. There's goblins here that you can fight, so there's another chance for you to get the goblin summon for Rydia. Unfortunately, I did not get it off recording, but I'll be getting that eventually. And here's some familiar enemies that we fought in the waterways. Not in the waterway, sorry, the cave to Mist. So with Rydia, as you already can see, she is a mage character. She has white magic, black magic, and summon magic, and is rather useless as a fighter. She will either miss or do less than 10 damage, so right now either have her defend or cast some magic. I'm just gonna save my magic though, because we don't really need it quite yet. So here we are in the Underground Waterway, and as soon as we come in here we are greeted with a battle. These guys you can use some magic on and take care of them rather fast. So Rydia has black magic, and we'll show that off with thunder. Most of the enemies in here are weak against the thunder spell. You can attack all enemies like I just did, or you can attack just the one enemy. It's easier just to attack all of them. If you do attack all of them, you'll do less damage, but you'll just get rid of them much quicker. So let's check out over to the left here first. See if there's any treasures. Doesn't seem that way. Oh, there's a treasure. We got ourselves a tent. And before I talk to you, let's explore the upper path first. before we see what this old crazy man is all about, let's see what else we got here. More clams and more amoebas. I'll show off her summon when it's more appropriate. Unfortunately, we don't get the summon she used against us in Mist. We won't be getting that guy till much later. We have another summon. Just one. But as I mentioned, we'll be showing that off much later. Her battle pose, like when she's about to fight, and that defend pose is kind of weird. It's like she's holding her head. I don't know, it's kind of strange. Oh, there's 2 chests. A potion and Maiden's Kiss. That can cure Frog, which is a status ailment we'll may or may not be seeing much later. It's been in most Final Fantasy games, and I think you can figure out what it does. Hello there. Could that be? It is! That dark sword! Dark Knight, I need your assistance! What's wrong? I must get to Damcyan to reclaim my daughter. She was deceived by a wicked bard. We must hurry, for I sense an ill omen. You must be Sage Tellah. Indeed I am. That girl, she's a summoner. Perfect, she can help too. A giant monster lurks in the lake ahead. That devil even withstands magic. I think we can defeat it together, and then I can finally be on my way. We're hurrying to Damcyan as well. Then let us make haste. And here we have Sage Tellah joining our team. This is the crazy guy that everyone in Kaipo was talking about. Also, something I forgot to mention is when you have more than one party member in your team, you can press the L and R button, and you can kind of see the different character sprites. This won't change anything in terms of conversations to townspeople, or it won't unlock anything of the sort. It's just another little extra feature, and here we have Sage Tellah. He is quite strong magic-wise, and he'll be staying at 90 MP for pretty much most of the game. So he also has white magic, he has black magic to help us out, and he can recall. This casts a completely random spell, and it takes a while to charge up. As you can see, the green active time is kind of moving a little slowly, and there is the frog status ailment. So luckily I bought some Maiden's Kiss, and we received a free one before it went, so let's take care of this right now. As a frog, you won't be able to do much damage, and he remembered a weak spell. Good for you, Tellah. So first things first, I want to get him out of this first place order. I think that looks kind of odd and unusual. He's already at level 20, isn't that nice? It's nice to get him at such an early age, and yet he has no equipment. We'll be taking care of that much later as well, too. I'll be equipping him off recordings, that way I don't have to go back. So these zombies are weak against fire, and Cecil, as you can see, can't do very much against them. Because he's a Dark Knight, and since they're undead, he doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Darkness doesn't do any damage against them either. The best way to attack them is if you use fire magic, or, interestingly enough, cure magic. Which does a little bit, but basically Tellah here is gonna take the show by just casting fire. Rydia has not learned fire quite yet. And away they go. Rydia will learn quite a few black magic spells and white magic spells when you gain some levels with her. So be sure to do that before you go too terribly far. It's nice just to have her able to take attacks from one thing, otherwise she'll be killed instantly at level 1. Let's see how well she does against Thunder, and we'll see if Tellah needs to help out here. Ah, no, she's fine. So let's go up the river to snag our treasure chest. Iron armlet, so let's give this to Tellah right now, just to help him out here. Ah, there you go. That's much better. Now he can actually hold up his own a little bit more. These killer fish have no pupils, I've noticed, and in the background it looks almost like we're walking on water. That's kind of strange. I think Rydia will be able to take care of these guys, no problem. She did well last time, so I don't see why not. And I think we got all the treasures in this room, so we will move along into the next area. If, of course, the Gigantoads will let me. we're just gonna have you defend for now, and you... I guess we'll attack and see how well you can do. Yeah, mages aren't very good when it comes to attack in general. We're gonna show off our summon here. Let's summon Chocobo and see what he does. If we were playing the DS version, she'd have one extra summon being white, and I will tell the tale of White the Summon after we go through this door here. Basically, White the Summon is kind of the gimmick for Final Fantasy DS, Final Fantasy 4 DS. What it does is that it gains experience and abilities as you level it up in mini-games that uses the DS touchscreen and microphone. There's like math games that you can do, and there's dress-up games or something of the like, or like a jumping game. I thought that was kind of silly and stupid. I didn't use White the Summon very much. Basically, it replaces Rydia in battle, and Rydia will not take any damage, which is nice, so I guess it's kind of a substitute. But at the same time, that thing is battling for you, so... not very nice. I'm glad they took it out for this one. I mean, I guess it wouldn't fit in very well, but still. And also with Rydia's staff, here's another thing I can point out, is that you can use your weapons as items, which is quite useful. So right now, what she's got equipped, it gives her the infinite ability to heal any poison status, if we so have it. So basically, we don't need to buy antidotes anymore. We can keep the staff for as long as we want to, as long as we don't sell it, and we can use it as much as we want. It won't break, it won't do anything to that extent. So which is kind of nice, and we'll be getting some more useful items for her as we progress through the game that she can just use in battle as opposed to using up a magic spell. And here we are, ambushed, aka a back attack. Well, actually we haven't had a true back attack quite yet. Not yet, anyways. I'm gonna wait with her and have him use some black magic instead. And what do we got here? Ooh, another Ether. Those things can heal your MP, so in case you're running out with Rydia or Tellah, then you can feel free to use one. I'd recommend keeping them, because I can't seem to remember buying them at all in this game. Take care of these clams here, and speaking of clams, that's something I really don't like too much, is seafood. I'm not a big seafood fan. Just tastes way too rubbery for my liking. Ooh, a diet ration. That is another status ailment healer. That heals a status called Pig, which I believe this is one of the few Final Fantasy games that has it. And if we go through this door, we will have an automatic cutscene. Tellah suggests that we'll rest here. This magic field repels all monsters. We can save and use a tent or cottage here. And we'll be seeing this little symbol pretty much throughout the entire game in dungeons as of now. Let's use my tent to rest and prepare for the upcoming battle. Alright, we get a free tent. The girl's asleep already. She must have been exhausted. Who is she? A summoner from the village of Mist. She holds great potential. With proper training, she'll be able to master many spells. Look at her. What a cute face. Whoa, Tellah. Okay, calm your pants down. She reminds me of Anna at that age. Who is Anna? My daughter. She eloped with a bard to Damcyan because I didn't consent to their union. What business have you in Damcyan? A friend of mine suffers from desert fever. Ah, so you came for the sand pearl. It won't be easy to obtain. Tell me more about this monster we must face. A vicious creature with 8 huge tentacles. We must kill it and reach Damcyan before it's too late. Too late for what? I don't know. I only pray my instincts are wrong. So this is a good time to end things off, and Cecil is all set to go for the next part, so catch